If you've been following me, you know I've been talking about my 6 ways to examine your relationship from the inside out. We've talked about digging in the open. We talked about error messages. We talked about passwords. We talked about word searches. And today I'm going to be discussing my 5th way to examine your relationship from the inside out. And my 5th point, my 5th principle that I think is fire. I think it changes the whole game up, literally, for your relationship. And that is the real me. I'm going to be talking about the real me. We live in a day and age where people are always bringing the imposter to the relationship. They're bringing all these ideas of who they are and not really bringing the real people. People get embedded in relationships, and then 20 years later, they realize that they've dated the wrong person for so long. They married the wrong person. They've engaged the wrong person for 20 years, 5 years, 5 months. And I'm determined, and I'm hoping and praying that this video helps so many to not waste their time. I feel like time is the most precious commodity that any person on the planet Earth can give you. I can give you your money back. I can give you an opportunity back. I can give you a new home back. I can give you materialistic things back, but I cannot restore the time that you have spent and invested with someone. It is very, very imperative to understand that time is the most precious resource. And at the end of people's life, they beg for more time. They wish they could have more time. I'm hoping that I can fulfill my assignment in time. Time is so important. And so we really don't, as individuals, even though we think that we do, we don't have time to be in relationships that don't take us anywhere. Now, that's important because we know that fact, but a lot of people will then try to overcompensate and not be themselves. I think one of the key things that causes relationships to fail is that we never brought our real true self to that relationship in the beginning. We brought an idealistic view, idealistic person, idealistic situation to the relationship. And when that wears off, then we are done as individuals. A lot of times we will not let people really see our eyes. And the purpose for me having these shades on today is this is what we experience a lot of times in our relationships. We're there, you can kind of tell it's me, but you don't really see my eyes close view and really get to look inside of me. And a lot of times the real me is not really shown because I never take the time to look at the eyes. I never take time to look at the eyes, and it's not the natural eyes, but the eyes. The things that matter most to me, a lot of times are not expressed in relationships or into the individual, not expressed in the relationships in the beginning or sometimes throughout. They never really tell the individual on the other side who they really are, what they really want. It's hard to serve, to be connected, to be intimate, to be close, to be passionate with someone who can't really look you in the eye and tell you what they really want. And I found out that that reason is so true and so prevalent in relationships is because people really don't know what they want. They have an idea of what they want. Some people have never been asked what they want. Some people have just taken what they've given, and even they enter into the relationship feeling like the person on the other side is supposed to bring an identity to them. That is too much responsibility for the person on the other side to be your identifier, to tell you what you should need and what you should want and what you should have. That is a lot of responsibility to place in the lap of a person in a relationship. I counsel people all the time. I talk to people all the time, men and women, who say that their partner will never tell them what they really want. And yet it's an expectation in the relationship for them to fulfill. Now, wouldn't that be something if I can go on Amazon and tell Amazon to ship me something without purchasing it? Wouldn't it be great that I could just expect this package to be delivered? Amazon is great, by the way. But even there, you have to click on the purchase. Out of the millions of things, you have to click on what you want, pay for it, then they ship it to you. It arrives at your door. You don't have to worry about the manufacturing of it. You are able to actually look at that and pick out the product and ship it or get it shipped. But sometimes in relationships, people show up, and I've been in relationships like this where they will show up and expect you to perform based on limited information. Guys, ladies, how are you going to expect that gentleman to perform? Dudes, how are you going to expect that queen to perform when you have not had a blueprint of what you need and you have not brought your real identity to that relationship? You're bringing an idealistic image of yourself and expecting it to be shipped to you, what you need to be shipped to you, to be sent to you based on limited information. And this is one of the things that I really say. Dr. Murdoch, powerful speaker, great man of wisdom, says this: you value what you attract, or you attract what you value. What I mean by that, if you are bringing multiple people that's not you into the relationship, you are bringing multiple people into your relationship that's not you, and you're expecting to cash in on it. That's like bringing somebody else's check, expect to be the endorser of the check, and expect you to be able to come and get that check cashed in your name. What am I saying? First up, I need you to bring your real self to that relationship, bro. If you ain't working, tell her. If you ain't got it, tell her. If you feel this way, tell her. If you feel ashamed, tell her. Because what that does is it cuts your time in half in that relationship. I can kind of respect that. I hear a lot of times with sisters that say, hey, if he would have told me in the beginning, I would have been in a position to do it. Or I've even heard some brothers say, if she would have just kept it 100 with me, then I would have been able to accept that. But she gave me a picture. She gave me a fake Polaroid of what her life really was. And I got cats calling me now, man. We talk, we engage, and they're saying, man, she gave me the impersonist. She gave me this person, that impersonator. She gave me this person that was not her. And now I'm in this relationship because we have never talked about the real me. And it's important that you start doing all this stuff before you're intimate, sexually, emotionally intimate with somebody, that you start talking about the real person, because we can hide behind the sunglasses and shades of who we want to be and never become it because we've never been ourselves. So you are responsible on both parts, on the receiving and the giving end, to make sure that you're bringing the real person to that entire relationship. Now, I'm not saying, the relationship architect is not saying that you don't have room for growth, because I know that relationships and in relationships is moving targets. One of my posts you'll see on my social media all the time is saying that relationships are moving targets. Where you started may not be where you end. It's constantly moving. Maybe you were like this particular restaurant. You like this specific thing to do when y'all first got together, and now you changed. That don't mean you're not being real. But if you're not bringing your true, authentic self and passion and your desires, and look at this, this is powerful, and your motive to the relationship. Why are you hiding your motive? I'm gonna wait for that, because that's my second point. Why are you hiding your motive in the real me?